Good morning, best friend book friends. Today is a cloudy, rainy day, and so I thought, what better thing to do today than to create a word cloud. So that's what we're going to do for our lesson today. But to get ready for that, we're going to read a book all about vocabulary words to describe emotions. And it's called Happy, Gloomy, Angry, Scared. So with that, we'll get started. And we'll talk about all the different words that we have to describe our emotions and how we feel. Because it's really important to know that any feeling that is mentionable is manageable. If we can name our feeling and talk about it, we can learn ways to calm ourselves down and feel more peaceful and happy. So that's what we're going to learn about today. Happy, gloomy, angry, scared. And our character today, who is our narrator. Remember, we talked about the other day about a narrator being the character that tells the story from his or her point of view. And so our character for Happy, Gloomy, Angry, Scared is a sloth. Have you ever seen a sloth before? They move very, very slowly. So he's going to tell us a little bit about how he feels at different times. So here he's saying, sometimes I feel happy and my body feels calm. I'm pleased, contented, and cheerful, cozy, safe from harm, thankful, proud, and loving, blissful, peaceful, strong, comfortable, and joyful, like I'm loved, like I belong. That's a lot of different words for happy or peaceful, isn't it? Some of them may be new words to you. Others might be words that you use all the time. Sometimes, how do you think he feels here? Can you look at his mouth and his eyes and guess how he's feeling? He looks like he feels pretty happy in this picture, doesn't he? Sometimes I feel happy and my body is excited. I'm jolly and bubbly and tickled, frisky and delighted, silly, sparkly, wonderful, ecstatic and alive, jubilant and jolly, like I'm ready to jump and jive. So in both of these pictures, our sloth character was happy, but in this picture, he's happy and his body feels calm. And in this picture, he's still happy, but he's happy and his body feels excited. So even when we're happy, we can feel different ways. Sometimes we feel more happy and calm, and other times we might feel more happy and excited. Sometimes, how do you think he feels in this picture? Look at his face. He's frowny. Look at his eyes. They look a little bit sad. Does his body look excited here? He looks a little droopy, doesn't he? Have you ever felt that way? A little bit droopy? He says, sometimes I feel gloomy and my body feels blah. I'm sad, unhappy, sorry, disappointed, lonely, raw, rotten, and discouraged, miserable, depressed, heartbroken, helpless, awful, hopeless, and distressed. Those are a lot of different words that can convey or tell you how our sloth character is feeling right now. So sometimes we don't have words that help us describe how our body feels. So the more emotion words that we learn, the better we can help someone else understand how we feel. Oh my goodness. I bet you can come up with a word or two for how you think our sloth is feeling in this picture. Sometimes it's pretty obvious from someone how they're feeling. Do his eyes look happy? No. Do they look sad? Not so much. What do they look like to you? Angry, perhaps? Let's see what he has to say. Sometimes I feel angry, and my body feels ticked off. I'm crabby, cranky, grumpy, impatient, fuming, hot, disgusted, mad, infuriated, explosive, and enraged, annoyed and irritated, and my temper's off the gauge. Do you ever feel that way? We all feel that way sometimes. Everybody feels angry sometimes. Everybody feels explosive sometimes. It's not wrong to have that feeling. And we'll talk a little bit later about what to do when you feel that way. But it's not wrong to have any feeling. So it's important to be able to express how you feel in words. And our sloth is giving us a lot of words to describe his feelings, isn't he? How do you think he might be feeling here? Have you ever been in bed at night and the shadows on the wall give you a certain feeling? What's that feeling when you're in bed at night and it's dark and there's shadows creeping on the walls? Maybe you've never felt that way, but some people think that's scary. Let's hear what our sloth friend has to say. Sometimes I feel worried and my body feels scared. I'm anxious, tense, and fearful, uneasy, unprepared, startled and uncomfortable, frightened and alarmed, panicky and petrified, afraid of being harmed. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe you were watching a show that made you feel scary, or maybe you heard a story, or maybe it was dark and you heard a noise that scared you. We've all felt scared before. Sometimes we're just a little worried about something, and other times we're petrified, scared, like we can't do anything. We're so scared. So there's different words to describe those feelings. Look, he's got a friend that he's connecting with. All of these feelings are normal, and all of them are sane. Everyone feels joy and sadness, fear, annoyance, and pain. We all get impatient or discouraged and withdrawn. We all need help from others and a friend to lean upon. So it's important to know that when we have feelings that keep us from feeling peaceful and happy, we need to know who our friends are that we can turn to help us feel better. It's not wrong to feel a feeling. All your feelings have a name. And once you learn to name them, they're possible to tame. Doesn't he look peaceful and happy here? You can take a little break time in a calm and quiet place with your books, your thoughts, or music in your own cozy special place. Look, he's found his own happy spot to sit and relax for a little while. Looks like he's having some tea or some hot cocoa, and he has his books with him. Do you have a special place that you like to spend time that makes you feel peaceful and happy? I do. I have a special corner in my room where I like to read. I have a place in the living room where I like to sit on the couch and pet my dog. That makes me feel peaceful and happy. I like to sit out on my patio when it's raining. It has a roof over it. This morning I sat out on my patio and listened to the rain. That was a peaceful, happy place for me. But even if you don't have somewhere to go to and hang out, you could close your eyes and imagine a special somewhere to hang out. What is he imagining? When we see a thought bubble in a book, that means that the character is thinking about something and using his imagination. Do you see where he's imagining that he is? He's imagining he's floating on the ocean. Imagine you're sitting on a blanket in the sand with the ocean waves and a gentle breeze and a cool drink in your hand. Your imagination is one of your most powerful tools to help you feel more peaceful and happy, because you can take a few moments and imagine and pretend you're someplace happy and peaceful. Oops. What do you think he's doing here? You can take the time to notice how your breath feels coming in. Let's take a moment to close our eyes, take a deep breath, and feel our breath come in and fill up our whole belly, and then breathe out. And feel how it feels coming out. You can feel your belly rise and fall as your breath goes out again. You can count up to 100 or maybe just to 10 until you feel better, peaceful and calm again. Let's take a minute to practice that. Let's just take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I feel more peaceful and happy already. That's something you can do anytime, anywhere. You can simply change your focus and think of something else. Things that make you happy and feel like yourself. You might think of a hobby, or maybe a favorite toy. You might think of your pet at home, or anything that brings you joy. So our sloth friend is thinking about one of his friends. He's thinking about one of his favorite snacks. He's thinking about watching the fireflies at night. Those must be things that make him feel happy and calm and peaceful. What kinds of things do you like to think about that make you feel happy and peaceful and calm? Something to think about. You might give yourself a pep talk. Do you know what a pep talk is? What does he look like? What does our sloth look like right now? He's holding pom-poms like a cheerleader. Have you ever seen a cheerleader? Their job is to cheer on the team that's playing. And sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to give yourself a pep talk and cheer yourself on when you're not feeling so peaceful and happy. You can envision a happy outcome so you feel things aren't so bad. You can practice having happy thoughts and imagining things will go exactly as you want them to. And then ways to make it so. So when you're feeling sad or angry or gloomy or worried, you can give yourself a pep talk by saying, "It's not so bad. Here's something positive I can think about. Instead, I can do this." And here's another tool to use when your temper's at its end. When you're feeling sad or lonely, you can always seek a friend. You can always ask for guidance from someone you can trust. Learning to ask help from someone is a problem-solving must. That means it's important to know how to do that. So you might take some time sometime to think about who are some people that you could go to ask for help if you're feeling in a way that makes you feel not happy and peaceful. If you're feeling angry or sad or lonely or worried, who are the people that you could go to for help? Everybody has their own set of people that they could go to for help. You have to think about, who do I trust? Who can I trust to ask for help? Maybe it's one of your parents, or maybe it's a teacher. Maybe it's one of your friend's parents. Or maybe it's a counselor at school or a counselor that you go to somewhere else. It might be something to think about. Who would you go to ask for help if you were feeling uncomfortable or sad or angry or happy? So now you have some brand new words to describe just how you feel. There are many more just like them, like curiosity, guilt, and zeal. There's a lifetime left of learning about how to tame your thoughts. But the first step is to name them so you can talk about them a lot. So the most important first step to taming your thoughts and making yourself feel more happy and peaceful and calm is to be able to name your feelings so that you can talk to someone about them if you need to. So today's activity, we're going to do a word cloud of all sorts of different emotion words or feeling words that you know that you can use to describe how you feel at different times. And so I'm going to show you how to do a word cloud. So a word cloud is just any shape you want to make. You can use your own paper. And you're going to make a big cloud first of all. So I'm going to make my cloud shaped like this, but you could make it however you want it to look. Like, as you know, clouds can look lots of different ways. And I'm going to write different words in different sizes to indicate how often I feel them. So right now, I am feeling very grateful. Do you know what grateful means? Grateful means I am very happy and thankful for my family and my friends and my pets and my food. So I wrote grateful really big. And I also feel sometimes a little bit worried. And you can write these anywhere in your cloud. So I'm just going to write worried in small letters and taking up a little less space because I don't really feel that worried right now. I do feel pretty happy. Because I got a new book today that I'm excited to read. And I also feel sometimes, occasionally I feel a little bit scared. And I can write these words however I want. So I'm going to make my scared word look a little shaky because that's how I imagine the word scared. And I feel, curious. And I think I'll just make this word slanted. That's a different word. It means I want to learn more about something. I'm getting ready to plant some plants in my garden, and I need to learn more about how to do that. So I'm feeling a little bit curious about that. And then I also feel, it's getting to be close to lunchtime, so I'm feeling hungry. What other emotion words do you have that you could put in your word cloud? Try to fill your whole cloud up with as many words as you can think of. So I could come up with, let's see, I could put, sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I feel, I was laughing at something this morning that I saw on TV, and a good word for how I felt when I was laughing was amused. Amused is a word for when you think something is funny. So I'm going to write amused right in here. Sometimes, today I was going to clean up my house, but I haven't really gotten around to it yet because I'm feeling a little bit, what's a good word for it when you have things to do? You don't really feel the energy to do it. You know what word I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of lazy. So I'm going to write lazy, and I'm going to write it kind of dragged out because that's how I think of the word lazy. Lazy. Maybe I could even make another Z in there because sometimes we put Z's for when a character is sleeping. They go. Okay, what else? What other words could be in there? Maybe I could put sad, and I could make a little teardrop falling off of sad. I could get creative and make it look however I want to. So your job today is to make your own word cloud on a piece of paper. Make a big cloud and then fill it with as many emotion words as you can think of, words to describe how you feel sometimes. And that's your assignment for today, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.